Well, hi everyone, welcome to the next instalment of my YouTube channel. Thanks for dropping by. As you may see by the stationary scenery in the background, I'm stuck in traffic. I'm currently descending towards the Lady Bower Inn on the A57, and the road seems to be blocked. Probably a couple of 100 yards down by the looks of it on the sat-nav. So I might be here for some time. Luckily enough, I've still got plenty of daylight left. It's 3:20. If I get there by 4, I should still have plenty of time, and I'm only 20 minutes away from where I need to be. So that should give you some kind of clue as to where I'm going. Okay, stay tuned. This one could be eventful. Right, gang, we're here. Didn't take us too long. I think I was stationary for about 10 minutes back there. Looked pretty serious. Police had basically got a roadblock in place, and as I was going through it, looked like somebody had gone into the ravine. So yeah, hope everybody was all right. No fatalities and all that. What can you do? Any road, on a lighter note, we're here. Snake Pass Inn, or what used to be Snake Pass Inn, is just up the road there, about 200 yards away. And the gap in the wall where I need to get down to the little bridge across the River Ashop is just there. About 30 metres there. So I need to get my togs on, get the boots on, and put the house on the back. Yeah, this is going to be a fun one. But I couldn't really have picked a better day for it. It's probably 13 degrees, sun shining, some hazy cloud in the sky. Going to be a lovely night by the looks of it. I think rain is forecast from about 10 o'clock tomorrow, so hopefully I can get away by then. Anyway, enough of the waffling in the car. Let's get out on the trail. Stay tuned. Right, I'll record this now before I get out of breath. Plan today is to basically retrace the route I did with my son Thomas and Lisa. But obviously when I get to the top, I'm going to stay a while. So, seeing as you've seen a lot of what I'm about to see, I won't be doing much filming on the way up. Yep, what's that on my chest? Brought the drone with me. See what we can do with the drone when we get there. New pack on. Osprey 65, well, the Atmos AG 65. It's packed to the gunwales. To say that it's got notionally the same minimum capacity as my low alpine Kumbu that I've donated to my brother. Happy birthday, by the way, Mark. It's his birthday today. Yeah, it's a bit of a squeeze, to be fair, but I think the Kumbu with that extra collar on the top gives you a lot more usable space. So what else is new this camp? Well, if I'd have remembered to bring my camera with me on Saturday, camera and watch, went without both of them, you would have seen me take my sister up the other side of Kinder for her first trip onto Kinder Scout. And yeah, that was a day. 1500 calories burnt, at least. That's what she recorded. And I'm older and fatter than my sister, so you can imagine I burnt a few more. But yeah, that was the first time out for the new Alpkit carbon long trekking poles. I'll get those out in a bit when it gets a bit rough. I think I can cope for now. Lots of other gadgets and goodies, including a new sleep system, which you may have seen already if you've been loitering on my Facebook and Instagram posts. Right, let's call that a day for this particular shot. Time for me to get my head down, my arse up, and get the miles in, actually. Well, I haven't made it to the top yet. Just stopped for a breather. It's warm in the sun, and then that breeze comes along and just takes the edge off it. So I've just had a nibble on my trail mix, drink of water. I'm about halfway up, I think. Not quite reached the bottom of the steep bit yet. It's probably another 300 metres yet, but I've got that to come. Still a bit more gradual climbing to do yet, and then I really will be breathing. But it's a gorgeous afternoon. I just can't believe that I've dropped on this weather. Decided to take a week off work at Easter, and I've got really lucky. Yesterday was glorious. Today again it's been glorious for the start of April, and I think tomorrow we're just going to get a bit of cloud and rain mid-morning. But I've got plenty of time, so there's no point thrashing myself. I've got plenty of daylight left, so yeah, I just thought I'd stop, take in the views, listen to the sound of Fairbrook as it cascades down. And apart from two couples and a bunch of kids just down there doing some outward bound stuff, looked like they were what they call it, rock pool scrambling or something like that. Yeah, there's nobody here, can't see anybody on the edge. Got the place to myself, which is one of the benefits of coming up this side. Lovely jubbly. Right folks, we're here. As you can see, I've got the Elm 1 compact pitched behind me. I'm not going to lie, getting up there, up that gully, was a bit of a hard shoe with all this gear. But the view up here right now is awesome. Oh man. As you can see, I've also had to cover up because the wind's blowing and it's quite biting at the minute, so So yeah, so now get the stuff in the tent and then I'll worry about getting some water, because I need to harvest some water before I start cooking. Right then, gang. I don't know what I've said. Tent's up. Slowly getting things inside. A more observant of you may have noticed, after many years, new hat. Even more observant of you may have noticed the lack of a winter coat, and I know about it right now because it's blowing a bit and my face is getting tight. So one of my facetious friends was asking me what happened to Tiny Pump 1 and whatever is at Tiny Pump 2. So for those uninitiated, this is the Tiny Pump 2 by Flex Tail Gear. It's a pump for your air mattress. It also serves as a light. So next job, inflate the air mattress, and then I need to go and get some water before it starts getting too dark. I know sunset's about 8, but I don't want to be dallying. I want to get the water done while I've got plenty of daylight. Okay, we'll leave it there for now. I'll catch you in a bit. Two litres. Like weak tea up here. I'm in shock. There's that much peat in the water. Luckily, I have my water filter. Well, it would appear I am not alone, at least for the time being. There's somebody sat on a rock over there. So I'm going to get back over there and get something warm on, because I'm starting to feel the cold now, and get a brew on, get some tea on, because the light's going. We'll see you in a bit. Brew's on. wonky there. Nice bit of potato and leek soup. Well, I'm really disappointed in not being the only one in the on the hill. Just hang on a minute. That's better. Not quite. Almost. There. How are we doing? Oh, I'm fabulous. I'm not going to lie. The ascent with that pack, with that much in it, as comfortable as it is to carry, I might say, it is not for the faint of heart. Yeah, I was glad when it was done. Really glad when it was done. But we've got a full moon, as you may have seen. Got a couple of crows circling me. Maybe they know something I don't. Oh. So what do I think of the Atmos? One little bugbear. The shoulder straps, the thin bit at the bottom that you adjust, could do with being a little bit longer. I'm not as flexible as I used to be, and trying to wriggle yourself into that harness is it's a bit of a chore. But once you're in it, it's like it's giving you a big hug. That waist belt just, just wraps around you and effortlessly transfers the weight from your shoulders. I'm just glad I've been doing this fitness thing for the last month, because I don't think I'd have managed that before. I came up here about a month ago with Tom, as you know, those of you that subscribe and watch my videos. Came up here with Tom and Lisa, and I was, even though I had only my Osprey 36, the Stratos 36 it is, it's the older one. It was, and I got like warm gear in there, my OEX 4-person emergency bivvy. It was still hard going with that. Aeroplanes have to spoil everything. But this view's fantastic. The clouds come over, so we didn't really get a sunset, and I wouldn't have even seen it if there was one, because the hill's behind me. But certainly it's going to be a lovely night. It's going to be a cold one. I'm expecting there to be a frost in the morning. That's why I've brought the Skyehigh 900 Alpkit bag. Excuse me. I want it to be warm. So I've got that, which is new. I've got the big Agnes, what is it, the Rapide Insulated SL. Just heard a grouse. I think that's the first one I've heard all day. Here's me thinking that was the wind whistling through the gully there. It's another plane on final into Manchester. Looks like we've got the glide slope right behind us. Yeah, he's just turned in. So we're probably right on the corner of the final approach from the orbiting thing where they go round. Oh, that was hot. Oh. Any road. Well, I think that's it for now. No doubt we'll be joining each other later, but right now I'm just gonna sit back, enjoy the views and enjoy my soup without trying to whilst trying not to burn my mouth. Catch you in a bit. Right, tonight campers, we have chicken fajita with rice. Evening. Oh, what a faff. Just to get a bloody GoPro to work. Right. Food. Chicken fajitas with rice. Can't be bad. I'm actually quite warm. Now I'm out of the wind. I've just got my feet on this this mat that I brought with me, and yeah, I'm quite warm out of that wind. I can feel, without any additional insulation, this this sleeping bag and this mat. Oh, I'm going to be warm tonight. So what do I think of chicken fajitas and rice? Well, it's alright for a dehydrated meal. Could do with a bit more spice. Oh, I really do need a bigger tent though. I want a palace. But yeah, it's looking good so far. I hope. Still scoffing. Takes me time to eat these things because I think it's the way I'm sat here. I don't feel comfortable eating. But it's a bit too cold outside now to go and sit and eat, particularly as I've just got warm. So one thing that struck me, I've just been sat here like chowing down, and I realised that this bit of the tent was hanging loose. I was wondering what was going off, and then like, so I put it back up, and now I don't have it flapping about in my face. Yeah, I mean, apart from it being small, there is absolutely nothing wrong with this tent. It pitches in next to no time. quite stable in the wind. Just got that one for a bit of ventilation. Yeah, it's easy to put up. It's once you're in it, it's quite warm. It's just a bit small for an old bloke to be crawling around in. So I think I need something bigger for winter camps. I mean, there's probably about the same size in here as what there is in the Lanshan. But I'd never take the Lanshan out in the winter. Or the early spring, which is what this is. It's not that kind of tent. There's too much height with the fly sheet off the deck. Whereas this one, it's not touching the ground, but it is quite low down. And the inner, I've got the inner that's all mesh, not nylon like this, so, or polyester, whatever it is. But so yeah, it's not a tent I take out on a hill in cold weather. So until I can afford the Panacea, which would be the natural upgrade to this, I'll have to make do. Temperatures are rating to drop down to about 0 tonight. I'm expecting a frost, whether we get one or not, another thing. There's a bit of a breeze blowing, so that might keep the frost at bay, but we'll see. And I've got a signal. So I can keep in touch with all my socials. Even though kind of the point of coming up here is to get away from all that. Hey-oh, life always drags you back. Right, I'm going to finish this. And then I'll take my boots off and might chill for a bit. See if I've got a film on my phone. I actually downloaded some films for the Wildcamp up Derwent Valley and finished up not watching them because I was tired and what have you. So we'll see how we go with that. Anyhow, see you later. Right. Not quite finished my snack yet, but I'm getting there. Did I mention I have a neighbour? Well, I have. Some chap is camped over there about 100, 200 yards away. Came over for a chat earlier while I was making my tea, or just before I was making my tea actually. And we had a little chat. He's from Donny, didn't catch your name, but thanks for the chat. And hope you have a good evening and a good exfil off the hill in the morning. But, nice to know that if anything does go wrong, there's somebody not too far away. There's a helicopter coming. The Russians found me. And we'll see about that. So yeah, not Billy No Mates tonight. There's somebody just over the way there. So I think Jackie might be a bit happy knowing I'm not on my own up here. Oh, flipping it. All these YouTubers that like spend hours and hours laid on the side or laid on the back making videos. I can't do it. I'm getting home. That helicopter's getting nearer. I'm gonna have a look. definitely something going on in the valley. There's a helicopter lower level than me, just gone up, and I wonder what they're looking for. So the helicopter, it's been flying around in the area. When it flew up the River Ashup Valley down there. It's kind of south to north-ish. Maybe southeast northwestern direction. And then it's been, well, I've heard it in the distance behind me. So I'm wondering whether it's gone around the edge. Aye. Here it comes again. Whether it's gone around the edge of Kinder, looking for something or somebody. Who knows? Anyway, my evening meal is finished, and now I'm going to finish it off with a little medicine that was left over from my, if I can get the thing open, if I can get it. See if this works. Oh yes, you may have seen this on other videos. This is my Soto pot grabber and lightweight tongs. Superb piece of kit. Stops me burning my hands. Anyway, bottoms up, everyone. That's good for what ails you. Maybe have a bit more of that in a short while, in some hot chocolate before bedtime. Anyway, the meal's done. It's about 9 o'clock, so I'm going to go take a leak, and then I shall be settling down to probably watch a film for a bit, and maybe make myself a hot chocolate just before bedtime. So I bid you adieu for now, and we'll see you in a bit. I don't know why I bother with GoPro. I really don't. That's the second battery it's chewed through, and I haven't done much shooting at all. It's just the cold getting to the stupid batteries and the media mod sapping all the power. But anyway, got Netflix on there when I stop recording. I now have hot chocolate with a little bit of this. And I'm toasty. Cheers. Yeah, you've got to do something with the filtered water. Even the Sawyers can't filter out the pigment from the water off the peak. And no matter what you do to it, it always has it's always got that earthy taste for meat. So I mean, there's no harm in it. Lots of people have been up here and drunk the water off the peak. So there you go. I'm all set. Might need to go out for an abloot just before bedtime, but down boot is on. I spent some time in the sleeping bag, and all I can say is toasty. So I don't think I'll be I'll be struggling to sleep tonight because I've literally, I was dropping off watching Netflix earlier. Not a lot of point putting a film on because by the time it's halfway through, I'm normally nodding. If only I could just relax. But I'm not really comfortable propped up on my elbow like this. So there you go. Also, I think I've left my earplugs in my rucksack, which is in there or out there in the gap between the inner and the fly sheet. It's in there, and it's probably going to be an absolute pain to try and get to. But I know if I don't try and get my earplugs, there's a good chance I won't sleep very well because I'm used to sleeping with earplugs, thanks to my good lady wife. She's rather a noisy sleeper. Anyway, I don't think I'm going to record anymore after this. So the next time you see me, it will be in the morning. Unless some calamitous event happens. Which I hope is not going to happen, of course. So I will bid you good night for now. And we'll speak in the morning. Have a good one. Morning, everyone. I've survived the night. This sleeping bag is so warm. Oh. However, I think I'm going to have to think about propping myself up with something underneath the sleeping mat because I can't lay flat. I can't lay blank flat. It's just really hurting my back. When I'm in bed at home, I actually have to have 3 pillars to raise myself up, so I'm not laid flat. Because I'm as stiff as a board this morning. And not in a good way. Oh dear. Didn't manage to find my earplugs, and I think that may also have accounted for the fitful sleep, or the restless sleep. But let me just show you what I've woken up to this morning. Have a butcher's at that. Is it focusing? Let me see if I can focus it. No, there's not enough light. Gonna get a cracking sunrise. Right, so I'm gonna get a brew on. I'm gonna need 1 or 2 this morning, just to get me going. And then we'll see about striking camp. Look at that for a sunrise. Beautiful colour in the sky. But the bad thing is it's now started to rain, which is somewhat earlier than I expected. It's not heavy, Just a bit of drizzle. Just complicate things. Right, on with the brew. Ooh, right folks, as I've been sipping my brew here, I've also been packing some of the stuff away. I just thought I'd show you the mechanism that I use, or the thing that I use to basically compress my sleeping bag down, because obviously a down bag like a Skyehigh 900 lofts to pretty, you know, it's a pretty big thing when it's full of air and the feathers are fluffed up and what have you. But what I'm using for to basically squash it all out is the small, I think it's the small Exped schnozzle bag. It's the bag I originally had to inflate the Trekology mattress, but it's just about big enough to get the bag in. So let me just flip you around and show you. So that's the Exped schnozzle bag. It's about, I don't know, 25 litres, but with a bit of brute force and ignorance, you can get the sleeping bag in there. It will actually go down smaller than that. It's just that I'm struggling with it in the confines of the tent to get it any smaller. But at that size, it's small enough to fit in the bottom of the rucksack, so I'm quite happy with that. Also, the down jacket's been compressed. I think that's a 2.5 litre dry bag. So there you go. Hello again. So I'm still packing up, as you can see. It's basically a slow process where I have a drink, bit of something to eat, and while that's going down, I'm doing other things. Basically trying to tidy up, get as much stuff ready to pack in my rucksack as possible, and because as you can hear, it's still raining. So there you go. So what have I learnt so far? One of the reasons why I might not have slept so well is I forgot to take my my CBD capsules last night. I take CBD every night just to help relieve tension in my back and what have you, and I didn't do that. It also helps me to get off and stay asleep, and hey-oh, who knew? So lessons learned, make sure I take my CBD. What else? This tent isn't as bad as I made out last night. I think it all comes down to experience and learning, and adapting to your surroundings. And it was, I must admit, I was quite cosy in here last night. Once I'd got myself settled in and what have you, and tidied up a little bit, it was, yeah, it was a little cramped, but you know, how much space do you need? So I've got a lot of stuff packed away now, either packed away or in bags ready to pack away. And it's just a case of get myself going. It's just turned 7 o'clock. I don't know whether you'll see it in the pics, but the sun this morning, it wasn't a cloudless sunrise, but once the sun sort of broke through the base layer of clouds, the colours in the sky were gorgeous. It's a pity that we've now got this. I should have really come out on Monday night, but I was still recovering from the weekend and a bit of a beast session in the gym. So on Monday tea time, let's get my hat on. The new hat's working anyway. Look, Rab. I'm going all branded. Now that my lad's moved out, we've got a little bit more money to throw around. I can afford the little luxuries and the branded items and not have to worry about stuff from Sports Direct. But that Umbro hat that I've used for many years has been everywhere with me. I got it when I think me and Tom did our very first Wildcamp together, or maybe the second one, the one on Higator. It's the hat that you'll see in the channel logo. I've had it for a number of years, and it's always kept my head warm. It doesn't seem to wet out particularly, so we'll see how this one performs. It's not wool, I think it's polyester or acrylic, one of the two. It's doing the job, keeping my head warm, which is the main thing. Everything else is gravy. Okie dokie, what else? Oh, I got myself this. It's the top I use when I go to the gym because it's got some nice pockets. I don't particularly wear it in the gym, but it's just somewhere to put the car keys and the earbud container and what have you. But it's a really warm top, and all I've got on underneath this is a single layer base layer. I've not got my double layer base layer on today. So yeah, that's what I slept in. Don't think I really needed the down booties, to be fair, because my feet were raging. And the rest of me was, like I say, I was toasty warm. I didn't have anything to worry about. This big Agnes Rapide SL did a good job of insulating me from the deck, which is all I really wanted. The Trichology UL8 is comfy enough, it's just not insulated. It's alright for summer, but this time of year when you've got your cold mornings, you need something to keep your bum warm, and this is doing the job. So this will be the next thing that gets packed away, I'm afraid. But I think I need another brew. When I'm at home, I can't function until I've had at least 2 or 3 good sized brews. I mean, I've got it's not one of them 1 pint mugs, but it's certainly bigger than your average tea or coffee mug that you'd get from a shop. So that's the next job, and once I've got that, we'll see about getting the rucksack out of the rear porch and getting some stuff inside. Yeah, I'm just not looking forward to dropping the tent because I thought I'd get away with having a dry pack up, but never mind. It's all part of life's rich tapestry, isn't it? It's all enjoying the experience. So that's enough of me waffling for now. We'll leave you to it, and I'll see you the other side of this brew. Bacon. Okay, now the brew is mashing, as we say up here in these parts. I just thought I'd explain the cook system I've been using this weekend, or this trip. That is the MSR WinPro 1. You can tell it's the WinPro 1 because the fuel hose isn't
rotatable here. This is fixed, so it's not meant to flip. You're not meant to be able to flip the canister, but it does work because obviously you've got the gas generator there. But what I am considering is upgrading it to the Mark II, which you can very easily do just by changing the gas generator. It's a simple drop-in fit for the Mark II version, but at £60 they're not exactly cheap, so it's on the wish list, but you'll have to wait for a while. And then the pot I'm using, Lakeside 900ml titanium pot. I brought that one because I've got some noodles that require simmering, not the pot noodle variety, but the simmering. I haven't actually had them this trip. I always bring at least one spare meal with me. So the plan was that, with some teriyaki jerky. So that's my spare meal. Hindsight, maybe I should have had that for my tea last night. Enough of that. Yeah, I maybe should have had that for my tea last night and saved the dehydrated meal. But you know, I'm on a lot of chicken at the minute. Chicken salads for lunch. Yeah. I'm covered in feathers, so chances are I'm actually turning into a chicken at the minute. I've been eating that much, but such is the diet I'm on. High protein, low carb, good fats. Does seem to be working. So I've dropped half a stone almost, and also cut down on the alcohol. So there you go. Anyway, time to make this cup of tea, or finish this cup of tea off, and then we'll see about deflating this mat. Okay. Right, as you can see, there's quite a bit of moisture kicking around, so I've got everything out of the tent now. Everything's in there. Just the tent to drop, and then I can get off this hill, make my way down to the car, which isn't too far away, to be fair. I'm going to go down the naze itself, down the front of the naze, because well, I just don't fancy tackling the rocks in the gully in the wet and going downhill with a big pack. It's hard enough going up it. Coming down, it's going to be a whole new ball game, even with sticks. So that's the way I'm going back. So here we go, dropping the tent in the rain as usual. Seems to be a thing with this tent. Alright, enough waffling, let's get on with it and crumbs. Cracking. Didn't realise I'd stopped filming anyway. Yeah, that's the ground cloth. So I don't know whether I shot it before, so I'll do it again. There you go. It's an Army Kips sheet with the snap-on blue grommets at the corners with some bungee. Put that down first, and then pop the tent on top. Job's a good one. Keeps your ground sheet somewhat protected, but not dry. Okay. Right, let's leave it there for now. I'll get this put away, get the tent stored in the rucksack, and then it'll be time to go. Okie dokie, catch you in a minute. Okay, everything's away now, and the only thing left to say is leave no trace, It really isn't that difficult to take everything with you that you bring up here. Let's keep the moors nice and tidy, eh? Just leave a bit of flat grass and a few footprints and take a few pictures. And that's enough. If everybody did that, the world would be a much tidier place. Anyway, it's time to get the rucksack on. You can see it. There we go. And the sticks, and get off this hill. So if I don't speak to you before, thanks for watching. It's been a bit of a mixed bag. Obviously yesterday was great and last night, but this morning not so. But you can't have it always, and it's all about the experience. If you've not subbed already, please consider it. It's very much appreciated if you do. And for those that have been subbed a while, thanks very much for sticking with me. Hope to see you out again soon. This is Andy Wright signing off. Bye bye. Oh, it's always nice when you get back within sight of the car and it's still there. Oh man, that wasn't as hard as I thought it might be. I'm just dropping down into the Ashap Valley now, so I'll make this my last one, shall I? Oh. What a morning. I had a few slips and slides on the way down just before you get to the fence at the foot of the Naze. But I'm in one piece. Oh man, I think I might give the gym a rest tomorrow and go Friday. Oh mind you, it's Good Friday. Well, they'll be open. Okie dokie. Never mind. It's been a pleasure, this one, if a little damp. So take care everybody, and we'll see you on the next one. And remember, leave no trace. Cheers.